What if Earth's temperature never stopped rising? Did you know that just a 2 degrees Celsius increase could flood entire cities and make parts of the planet uninhabitable? But what happens if we go beyond that? What if Earth kept heating up and there was no turning back? Welcome to What If Scenarios, where we stretch the limits of imagination. Today, we ask a chilling question. What if Earth's temperature kept increasing and there was no way to stop it? We've all heard about global warming, but imagine if it didn't just stop at 2 degrees Celsius, or even 3 degrees Celsius. What if it spiraled out of control? As we speak, Earth's temperature is rising at an alarming rate. Even with efforts to reduce greenhouse gases, the planet continues to warm year by year. But what if it didn't stop at 2 degrees Celsius? At first, it seems like a distant problem, a few hot summers, maybe a few bizarre storms. But then the signs get harder to ignore. Imagine the heat waves stretching across continents. Temperatures soar to record highs, and places like Paris, New York, and Los Angeles hit 45 degrees Celsius, 113 degrees Fahrenheit during the summer months. Life becomes unbearable. Fires ravage forests, turning acres of land to ash. Cities are blanketed in thick smoke, making air quality deadly. Hurricanes grow more intense. The water level of the oceans rise, threatening to submerge entire coastal cities. In cities like Miami, Venice, and New Orleans, citizens are forced to evacuate as their homes are swallowed by the rising tides. But that's just the beginning. The temperature continues to climb. Whole ecosystems begin to collapse. Coral reefs, once vibrant with life, turn into bleached graves. Species that can't adapt go extinct. Some disappear forever, while others are driven to extinction by a lack of resources. Humans? We're not immune. The heat waves make it harder to breathe, harder to work, harder to simply exist. But why is this happening? The Earth's climate is changing because of us. The fuel that powers our civilization, fossil fuels, has been the main contributor to this catastrophic rise in temperature. Every time we burn coal, oil, or gas, it releases massive amounts of greenhouse gases, primarily carbon dioxide, into the atmosphere. These gases trap heat, creating a blanket around the Earth. But it's not just fossil fuels. Think about deforestation, cutting down trees that once absorbed this carbon. And with every tree that's felled, more carbon is released back into the atmosphere. The Amazon rainforest, once a symbol of hope for the planet, turns from Earth's lungs to a carbon emitter. It's like a vicious cycle. We keep burning fossil fuels. We keep cutting down forests, and the planet keeps heating. It's unnatural, and no matter how much we try to slow it down, the rate of change keeps accelerating. But what if we don't act fast enough? What if this warming trend keeps going, and nothing can stop it? Now, let's talk about the tipping point. At 2 degrees Celsius, things start to change dramatically. Coastal cities like Miami and Venice are permanently flooded. Even more dangerous? A runaway effect that we can't reverse. Glaciers and ice sheets melt at a rapid rate. The Greenland ice sheet, which holds enough water to raise sea levels by 7 meters, begins to collapse. The permafrost in places like Siberia begins to thaw, releasing massive amounts of methane, a greenhouse gas even more potent than CO2. The more methane that's released, the hotter the planet becomes, and the more the permafrost thaws. It's an uncontrollable feedback loop that accelerates the process beyond repair. And here's the scariest part. Once we hit 3 degrees Celsius, some regions of the planet become uninhabitable. Entire countries are wiped out as the heat becomes unbearable. The world turns into a war zone as people fight over fresh water and resources. Biodiversity disappears. Whole species go extinct. Crops die out, and the agricultural revolution we once relied on becomes a faded dream. As temperatures soar above 4 degrees Celsius, we enter what scientists call the hothouse Earth scenario, a planet that becomes unrecognizable. Areas that were once temperate become deserts. Our oceans turn into acidic wastelands, destroying fisheries that feed millions of people. Humanity doesn't just face a climate disaster. We face a global collapse. If Earth's temperature keeps rising, the future of humanity looks bleak. Our cities will be swallowed by rising seas, turning once thriving metropolises into ghost towns. Ecosystems we depend on will collapse, leaving behind a barren world with fewer resources to support us. Agriculture will struggle to feed the growing population, and clean water will become a rare and precious commodity. Life, as we know it, will be unrecognizable. But is it too late to stop this catastrophic path? The answer is, not yet. But time is running out. There are solutions. We can transition to renewable energy, like wind and solar, to reduce our carbon emissions. We can protect and restore forests, which act as carbon sinks. And we must invest in climate-smart agriculture to ensure food security. But all of this requires global cooperation and urgent action, or we risk facing irreversible consequences. What do you think? Can we still turn things around? Or are we already on an irreversible path? The time to act is now. Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and let us know what steps you think we should take to save our planet. Thanks for watching. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more thought-provoking content. See you in the next one.